Hello, everyone. Uh, Welcome to an unpacking, or an almost unpacking, because I got this as a Secret Santa, and I opened one pack on Christmas just to show people what they were. So this is my favorite cards. This is basically what got me collecting baseball cards. Was back in 1976. Was this set? And this is the 2025 Heritage. Obviously, last year they did the 75, so I'm assuming next year it's going to be 77. Which would be interesting is I wouldn't be too surprised in the 1977 Heritage set, or the 2026 Heritage set for 1976, that they'll do a much better corrected Reggie Jackson card, other than that horrible painted helmet one that they did because he played for the Baltimore Orioles for like a half second. And then he got traded to the Giants. Actually, he got traded to the Yankees, and they had to paint his helmet because they only had the one photo of him for the baseball card. So I'm assuming they'll do something like that. But anyway, this was a set that I fell in love with. And I remember the big thing, too, was like back in the day, you would just collect them. And the whole idea was the plan was to get a set. You didn't know who the rookies were, or you do, but it wasn't that big of a deal. So it's basically, your friend would have a stack of these, you'd have a stack of them, and you'd each go through them and like trade back and forth. And basically, you'd just be like, I got him, I got him, I got him, I got him, I need him, I got him, I need him. And then all the need-ems that I need and all the need-ems that he needs, we would just trade them back and forth like that. And the only big thing for me back then was the Red Sox. So I was going after Jim Rice, I was going after Cal Yastrzemski, and so on. But these are the cards today. They look really good. They look just like the backs of the 76 cards. Even with the little cartoons in the side and the baseball bat. A good idea, too, I'm thinking of that with the baseball bat, is if you're not familiar with the Heritage set for this year, they're going to be flipped bats, where the number's down here and the bat's the other way around, with the handle and the ball down here. So those are the cards. If you've got a bunch of these that you went through trying to complete a set, too, go through all the commons and make sure you don't have any of those in there. But anyway, I did get an Aaron Judge and one nice little Chromie card. So now we're going to open up the other ones. So this was a good deal. You get like, 8 packs? Yeah, those 8 packs. I opened one of them. So let's do this right now and see what we get. So I think when I was back in the day when I was doing, what do we got here? Nice little sparkly. Back in the day when I was doing this set in 1976, other than going after the Red Sox, you'd go after time with then the big players. So you'd be going after Nolan Ryan, Mike Schmidt, and George Brett, and Steve Carlton, and Tom Seaver, and stuff like that. And the rookies, which, what do we got here? We got a Mookie Betts. Is this an autograph? No. Okay. Just an insert card. It'd be great if it was a rookie. But anyway, so far so good, I guess. So we'll add this to there. But anyway, so like the rookies for this set back in 1976 were Willie Randolph. It was obviously George Brett's second-year card. He came out, and everyone was second-year cards. So 75 set had your George Brett, your Robert Yount, your Jim Rice, your Fred Lynn, your Steve Carter. I think I'm missing a pitcher or two. But anyway, so in other words, this 76 set back then would have the second year cards of all those guys. But I mean, it's better to do it now. But I mean, I never knew what Needham. We always made fun of it because I live in Massachusetts. Every time it was like, hey, where do you live? Needham. Because that's what we were doing. Because we were literally just going Needham. Got him, 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 need him, got him, got him, got him. And that's how, whatever. That's how we traded cards back then. And the other thing, too, is they didn't do you had the checklist. So back then, and even previous to 76, all the checklists usually have value to them when they're in mint condition. And the reason being is back then, you would collect these sets, and you'd probably do them like, 1 through 25 or what have you. And you'd get tons and tons of checklists. And what you'd end up doing is you put a checklist on the top, a checklist on the bottom, and then wrap the whole thing in elastic. So the checklist would always get damaged because they always got the tight wound elastic creasing, making creases on it. So that's why the checklists back in the day still carry value. And for the same reason too, for people who didn't do so, like card number 1 and all the round numbered cards, so not really round, but like card number 1 to 25 or card number 1 to 50, depending on how you decided to bundle your cards with an elastic band. So card number 1s would always get destroyed for the same reason, because it was always on the top and then you get the elastic around it. So that's something that would happen. So I don't think they did checklists for this, but they did do, if we eventually get one, the Sporting News all-time players. Some of the big names weren't, because this was 1976. So like the likes of 1952 players or the 1950 players, so like Mickey Mantle and Jackie Robinson weren't part of the all-time team list, that all-star team that did the list for the 76 set. So if we get one of these, we'll find out if we get a reprint of one of the players that were already in it, like Ted Williams, or if we're going to get a new one. Now, this is a green border. Okay, we'll put that one on there, too. Nolan Schnaller. Excuse me. Hickeys. So there we go. Willie Mays. Here's a good example. And we got a patch card. So like Willie Mays was not in the original all-time All-Star set because he was still in the 50s and just literally retired only a few seasons prior. So that's a nice card too. I like that. So I think they added Willie Mays, they added Mickey Mantle, and they added Jackie Robinson. I don't know who else they added to the set. But then the other one's a lot of players you're never going to... Like Mel Ott is like... A lot of these kids don't even know who he is. I really didn't know who he was even back in 1976. So we have another nice little clubhouse relic. I'm assuming I was supposed to get either a relic or an autograph card with this. And I probably got the relic. I did. So I don't know if there was a guarantee or not. Doesn't say. But anyway. So we have that. We'll put that there too. Jordan Hicks. And they use the same colors, too, the color schemes, because obviously off the uniform. So the Red Sox and the Diamondbacks, well, not Diamondbacks, were the Angels back then. The Indians were back then. All right, so we got a nice little stack so far. We still got 4 more packs to go. Another Chrome card coming up. So I would, Red Sox. Pedro Leon. I'll put you down there. And again, I haven't been doing this, and I should have been doing it from the beginning to see if I have any. It'd be nice if I can get one so I can show you what I'm talking about. So I'll have to do this for the next few packs. That doesn't count. Okay. So those are all fine. One more pack to go. Another little... Ooh, we got a Chrome. Okay. Okay, so we're going to put him... We'll put him with him. Chad. Orley. Yabahoo. Blah, blah, blah. Tris Speaker. Like, who's going to know who he is? He was not a big home run hitter. But he had a 345 career batting average. 345 was his career batting average. That is insane. And we'll quickly flip through these, make sure we don't have a flipped bat on the back, and we don't. 2 more packs to go. And it looks like we might have another. Ellie De La Cruz and Ohtani. And this is the first player in Major League history to play on both teams in the same game. That is pretty impressive. Danny Jansen for the Red Sox. And no flip bat. One final pack. Let's see what we got. Trying to think what else happened in 1976 that I liked about these cards. Ooh, we got a green barrel. Green, put that down there. Oh, That's nice. That is not 1970, because 70 had the gray borders. 68. I think this is 1960. This is a 1969 design. Because 1968 was the wood paneling, or kind of sort of wood paneling. Not wood, because that was the oh god, I can't remember that one. But I want to say that's a 1969 design. 25th anniversary card. It doesn't say, but I want to say I think that might have been 1969. And last but not least, that's it. And do we have a flip bat? No flip bat. But that's it. So out of my little 8-pack blaster box, I got my Mookie Betts. I have my Zach Geloff game used memorabilia. So that entire jersey, they made about 2,000 of these cards probably. And I think obviously I just get that. Probably it'd be cool if I got a piece of the lettering, but I did not. And Aaron Judge. There we go. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. I know I did. Like and subscribe. I know I say that like in very monotone boringness, but it's not like I'm living off of this thing. So if you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe. Just, go to the next video. All right. Till next time.